Hello everyone, I'm Kayla Bengtson. Welcome to this year's first episode of In Depth with Tommy Media, a show that explores campus issues that affect you. The Catholic Church has just elected a new pope, and Catholic identity is a hallmark of the University of St. Thomas. Yet, for the first time, the university has named a layperson as president, and currently less than half of the St. Thomas students surveyed chose to identify themselves as Catholic. To discuss the institution's Catholic identity, I'm joined by Friar Tobin, sophomore Caroline Stiles, and junior Lindsey Landgraf. Thank you so much for joining me today. So Friar Tobin, as a chaplain in the Office of Campus Ministry, how important is the Catholic identity to the university, and how is it carried out?
Well, the Catholic identity is absolutely crucial to the university's role because that's what we are. We are not just a university, but we're a Catholic university, and so we always bring the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ into the mix when we're examining truth, which is the purpose of any university. And how do we accomplish that? Well, how don't we accomplish that? We celebrate sacraments. We meet students everywhere on campus. We have programs to enliven their faith intellectually and their personal experience of the faith. So a shorter answer would be, what don't we do?
Thank you very much. Caroline, as a peer minister and ultimately a resource for students during their faith journeys, what kind of things do you and don't you see in the residence halls that affect a Catholic presence?
For example, in Dowling, there's a Catholic women's floor, which I lived on last year. So that's a really great resource for girls to just get involved with their Catholic faith and have a community of girls right when they start off their freshman year, going in their sophomore, junior, senior year, just to kind of get involved with their faith easily. And then for us peer ministers who live on campus and who are Catholic, we're able to live in the residence halls and allow students to know about the masses and when different Catholic events are going on. And so I'd say they have a pretty good resources for figuring out what's going on that's Catholic on campus.
Wonderful, thank you very much. And Lindsey, as the leader of SHINE, St. Thomas's non-denominational group, and a non-Catholic yourself, how would you say that groups like these affect the religious and worship patterns at the university?
You know, I definitely think we are very open to a lot of other groups. Carolyn and I just planned a concert with CSI, which is Catholic Studies Incorporated, and SHINE, and alongside SPO, which is St. Paul's Outreach, a Catholic club as well. And I think the biggest thing that we're really focusing on is let's create unity on this campus, because ultimately we're all Christians and that's what our goal is. So creating events together, but also having those moments where we can gather as our own clubs and grow together.
Great. And Friar Tobin, St. Thomas just elected their first layperson as president. How do you see the Catholic identity evolving in the future because of this?
Well, I'm not sure how it goes in the future. What I do know is that we have a Catholic president, just like we've always had. That she's a laywoman doesn't make her any less Catholic than a priest. So I don't think as much has changed as perhaps people think has changed. Where do we go from here? Only God knows. The rest of us are just along for the ride and to contribute what we can. And so I think for the faculty, for we the staff, and also for you the students, each of us has a responsibility to contribute to that Catholic identity, not just the president.
I see. Thank you very much. If you have a comment about this show or an idea for an upcoming segment, tweet it to @TommyMedia. Thank you so much for joining us. With Friar Tobin, Caroline Stiles, and Lindsey Landgraf, I'm Kayla Bengtson. We'll see you next time when we go in depth with Tommy Media.